In 2013, while living in San Pancho, Mexico, I started a journey into the Iboga world. I met people that shared how their lives had been transformed by his healing guidance. I felt curious and called to investigate more closely on Ibogaine's mysterious healing properties. This is the story of my experience of a psychospiritual Ibogaine treatment. On August 2013, I meet for the first time with an Ibogaine provider. Her words transmit the clarity, depth, and intensity that Iboga might bring. I read books, watch documentaries about Iboga and the puede. In October, I meet with White Crystal Dog, an Ibogaine provider. I get to know him more before I decide to start treatment with him. My treatment starts December 1st with small, incremental, and accumulative doses of Iboga root bark, ending on a final stronger lay-down dose of Ibogaine total alkaloid. During the first days of the treatment, I taste the bitter, earthy root and place some in my altar. I pray to Iboga for healing. I stay at home, meditate, and feel the medicine running through my body. My body feels heavy and relaxed. I am in a dreamlike state. My feet are alive as I feel the ground. The outside is bright with color and light. My inner world is amplified. I feel I am only with others from the heart. I've been taking Iboga for a few days now. I notice how I have many intense dreams. There's depth, emptiness, and space, lots of space. Ibogaine feels like it releases the existential grasp, the seeking. I feel more present in my body now. It's been almost 2 weeks now. I feel prepared for the lay-down session. The day starts with a light breakfast and drinking lots of coconut water. The ceremony will start around 7 p.m. I will meet with Jonathan at the beach for sunset. I write a letter to my ancestors and my family with my intention, asking for guidance to release all patterns, to heal what needs to be healed, and to fully come into my power. I add pictures of my parents and grandparents to my altar. I also add the letter. The session takes place at the house of Los Abuelitos, the grandparents. The room has been arranged with candles and music. The ceremony starts outside by the almond tree. We each make a prayer of gratitude. We ask for guidance, safety, and for healing. We make an offer of tobacco to our guides and ancestors. I am given my first dose of Ibogaine total alkaloid. I sit by the tree and ask for a safe journey, and to be able to surrender to the medicine. I am nervous and excited. I go inside and lay down in the bed. The music is playing. I notice my eyes cannot focus well. My head feels swirly and my body feels very heavy. I come into a meditative state as soon as I start feeling the medicine. At some point, Jonathan checks my blood pressure. He will be taking care of me for the whole night. I am given my second dose of total alkaloid. My body feels as if it was melted into my state. I hear the word forgiveness, and I recognize my grandfather, my father's father, speaking to me. He says I have to forgive my father before he dies, that he cannot die before I forgive him. In that moment, I surrender and forgive my father completely, fully. I experience how, when I forgive him, an energetic part of me leaves. It is no longer attached to me. I feel liberated. I experience how that energetic aspect had changed the way I was, the way I behaved. I have many visions on how it impacted some of my relationships. I see a series of events, all linked to that way of being, related to that non-forgiveness. I experience myself in a new way. I feel very soft, vulnerable, with a childlike innocence. There was a deep sense of knowing and recognizing the bond with my family. I felt the history of humanity running through my veins. Still, there's so much that I do not remember. It felt as if there was a download and cleanse of lifetime's experiences. At one point, I saw different moving shapes of different materials that changed according to its vibration and rhythm. From a large black mercury sea to a fluorescent fuzzy ball. It seemed as a vision of how life manifested in different forms, according to the beat of the creative life force. Once again, I would go in and out of visions, too many journeys, and so many gifts. After a while, I started feeling like the medicine was becoming less strong. At about 4 in the morning, I fell asleep. The next morning, I awoke feeling tired and sensitive to my surroundings, still in awe about my experience. I felt renewed and lost in a large space filled with unknowings. After my treatment, I experienced being in a state of stillness, from where all possibilities arise. It was hard to find words and meanings to communicate to others. I felt silence was a gift that moved me through the ways of my being. I had a clear mind, and the quiet space inside me was filled with gratitude, with forgiveness and love.